Welcome, Ram fans. My name is Gino Borchardt, and I'm proud to be the stadium announcer for the Texas Wesleyan Ram football team. As the voice of the Rams, it's my privilege to welcome you to this, the third edition of the Coach Joe Show and Happy Hour. We are coming to you from Texas de Brazil, a delicious Brazilian steakhouse located in downtown Fort Worth, 101 North Houston Street. Texas de Brazil is a proud sponsor of the Texas Wesleyan football program. Anytime the Rams go on the road this season, we'll have a show right here at Texas de Brazil and a happy hour. Wednesdays, 5 to 7 p.m., happy hour on appetizers and drinks. Let's get right to the action and welcome our fearless leader of the Texas Wesleyan Rams, Coach Joe Prudhomme.
Thank you, Gino.
All right, Coach, let's set the table. Non-conference play is finished and conference play begins this weekend in Surprise, Arizona, as the Rams will travel to face the Spirit of Ottawa University. Rams are off to a bit of a rocky start, but many of the preseason goals can still be attained.
Oh, yeah, there's no question about that. Like I told our guys, you can't win or lose conference in your non-conference game. And our whole goal is we'll go win conference and really do some damage there. And, we've played some big, tough opponents. There's no question about it. Kansas Wesleyan is, without question, probably one of the top two teams in NAIA. And then you go play a team with 80 scholarships, and we have 14 and a half. It's going to look a little different, but you know what? We held up really well early. We just got to get our offense untracked and get them in a rhythm and get them rolling. Defense, created 7 turnovers the other day. That's pretty significant against a D1 program. They had a lot more injuries than we did. Not that that means anything, except that it was very physical. And we're the bye came at a great time. To kind of get us off the road for a week and then get ready for conference play. So yeah, we're ready. We're excited about going out to Arizona.
All right, Coach. The Ottawa Spirit are undefeated at 2-0, and they were picked preseason to finish number 2 in the conference. Tell us a little bit about how the Rams stack up against the Spirit.
Well, if they played our non-conference schedule, I doubt they'd be 2-0. I'll say that. Not to throw shade on anybody, because I'm not. They are probably on the surface, from what I can tell, probably the favorite in the conference right now. They're really solid at quarterback. They're very balanced on their offense. They probably have the best punter-kicker combination in the conference. Defense is really fast and moves well. So if we go out and do what we're supposed to do, don't turn the ball over, limit big plays, and just get after them and create some turnovers, I like our chances. Yeah, we got to go out there, but you know what? It's we played well out there last year in Arizona, so we're excited about to get into conference play and get out of non-conference.
Okay, now again, fans, we're coming to you from Texas de Brazil, located in downtown Fort Worth. Texas de Brazil, proud sponsors of Texas Wesleyan football.
Yeah. My favorite steakhouse, without question.
All right, Coach, this will be the longest road trip of the year. The Surprise, Arizona is a little over 1,000 miles away. Tell us about the travel arrangements and kind of what the team will do as they travel out to Arizona.
Well, we're going to go ahead and fly out there tomorrow, thank goodness. We were able to get decent flights, and there's an arrangement with the conference for some reimbursement for that kind of travel. So we took advantage of it. Murphy, our DFO, did a great job of finding arrangements. We're going to go out tomorrow, be out there throughout the week, to finish up. And it's a lot better than what we did last year, because we had thought we had arrangements made, and there was a fumble somewhere, and I won't go there, but ended up we found out about 48 hours before we weren't going to fly. So we had to drive 18 hours across some of the most beautiful West Texas, beautiful New Mexico, beautiful Arizona, places that I would never want to be on the ground for. But yeah, 18 hours of doing that, and it was it was a rough trip, but we're gonna go tomorrow, and I have I have about 20 kids that have never flown before, who we had to counsel them through that process. You're not gonna die just because you're gonna fly. And some of them are really freaking 30, 820, whatever. But when you get up, there's a lot less traffic, and they, okay, coach. I said, but bring some gum. So when you start feeling that little pain in your ears, it'll go away and swallow. So yeah, my biggest, our biggest fear is not fear, but our biggest challenge, I think, is herding all the cats onto the plane, getting all our baggage checked, get on the plane, hope they don't freak out because their ears are on Saturday night, which I normally hate to do. I'd rather get on back, but there's no flights at 11 o'clock. Also, they made a very big point at the conference meeting that if there's a weather delay, so you got to deal with that. I have an app on my phone. I track all the weather of whoever we're going to play. Last week I had a thunderstorm delay, dust storm, and a thunderstorm all within 24 hours. So we're going to stay out there, make it happen. But we got to probably get back at the airport at 4:20 in the morning after playing a game. Get back, get it, acclimated back to Central Standard Time. So it'll be an adventure.
Okay, Coach. And fans, you can live stream Saturday night's game by going to ramsports.net. Kickoff is set for 9 p.m. Texas time. Coach, that's going to be a bit of a late kickoff for you. What does the team do to adjust to that late kickoff?
Well, getting out there a little bit early, I think, helps. You kind of get into that, as Coach Rosa says, our circadian rhythms will be in sync. I have no idea what that means, but it sounded okay, so I went with it. You just it's a little later at night. You do what you can. You get you guys ready. You feed them. You hydrate them, and you just let them know, hey, it could be worse. You could be playing at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It could be 104. So you're going to get a chance to play a little later, and that's fine. Just hey, ball out. I mean, we're in conference play. All that other stuff as far as trying to make sure the hours are just right. Do all these little things to make just put away your phones because we're taking all the phones away. They don't know that yet. Taking all their phones away, and you're going to be there for football. Nothing else. We don't care if Zeke gets signed. Doesn't make a damn to us. That was a whole big conference last time. Is the conversation was about Zeke being signed and somebody else happened. That doesn't matter to us. Does he play for the Rams? No. Is he playing against the Rams? No. Let's go play football. So that's kind of where we're at.
Well, for the fans, again, it's a great opportunity to watch the Rams by going to ramsports.net. The kids' soccer games will be over. You can take your wife or girlfriend to dinner, be all done with that, and still get in front of a computer, be ready for the 9 p.m. kickoff, again, going to ramsports.net. So, coaches, we're heading into the third game of the season. How's the team doing, both from kind of a health and an emotional standpoint?
From a health, we're a little bit dinged up. Not bad. I mean, we got some guys that are a little bit banged up. The worst thing we've been fighting is like strep throat. I mean, that's been the worst part. But had a few kids sick. They're overcoming that. Emotionally, I don't know. I don't have those kind of conversations very often. Basically, I told them, hey guys, we played a tough non-conference, but we did it for a reason. We did it to get ready to play to go do well in conference. So we had to have a conversation about hurt feelings and whatever. That took about 30, 45 seconds to get through that process. We're here to play football. Did you get your feelings hurt? Good, because you didn't do what we were supposed to do. That's over with. Let's go out there and get after it. And I think the mindset's pretty good. The defense is swarming. I tell you what, is you play for Coach Duckworth, man. If you don't swarm to the football, it's not fun. I mean, what goes on? And Coach Cox had he's really the kind of laid the law down on the offense. But it's time to produce. It's time to go play. And if you got your feelings hurt, good, because it's time to now get over it, grow up, and let's get after the next bunch. And it's confidence now. That's what we've been waiting on.
All right, Coach. So as you think about the game Saturday night, what do you think are the keys to the game?
We got to get off the field on third down. And third down and longs, we have to get off. They're very good at converting it, but they also they run some great stuff. Mike Nesbitt is a great coach. His coaching staff, I mean, they do a fantastic job, and they're got everything going their way in a lot of ways. They got their stadium, $15 million stadium before they ever really got going. They got a lot of things in place. For us, We cannot turn the ball over. We have to have some offensive consistency. We really got to kind of get our game going and be a little more balanced. Defensively, don't give those up. And we got to flip the field on special teams. If we do those things and we don't have dumb penalties, I like our chances. I mean, last year everybody said that we would get beat by 50 by them, and we should have beat them here at our place. But let's just go play and play a smart game, get rid of the errors, and I like our chances.
Okay, great. Now, Coach, kind of looking back a little bit, the Rams were off last week, but you used that time to do some different things with the team. Tell us a little bit about some of the things that you did with the off week.
We gave them a little time off, which I always have an issue with, but we gave them some time off. We gave them Friday completely off. We went ahead and practiced and had some really good practices last week. Saturday, Coach Duckworth and I think it was about 20 of our guys, because they worked with a Somalian community through the Back the Blue project with Brandon Hill and Michael Shedd with the the East Side Fort Worth Police Department, and they did soccer drills. So Duckworth had this big idea because he knows about soccer, and he had these drills all lined up, and those kids came out and they were like, "The heck with that! Let's play." So they played and they did little scrimmages and hung around, did all that, and then Duckworth brought out a whole bunch of water balloons and our kids, and they had a huge water balloon fight, super soaker, cooked a bunch of hot dogs, had a ball with it, and really kind of serviced the community, because that's a big deal to us. Then Sunday, we went to the Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church in Stop 6 with the most Reverend Datcher, who has got to be one of the most motivational preachers I've ever been around. We had 9 kids who committed their lives to Christ that day, were saved and baptized. Several of them baptized, what I thought was fantastic. And then Yates Construction sponsored a meal for our guys. And a lot of our guys had never heard of Guss's Fried Chicken. And I told them, I said, gentlemen, you're in for a treat. And now I've got a lot of guys from Louisiana, got a lot of guys from East Fort Worth area, got a lot of guys just from the whole area. But if you don't have any kind of spice on that chicken, they don't want anything to do with it. I mean, I see kids walk away from it just kind of like this. But Gus's is as good as it gets, as far as that. And, man, I'm going to tell you what, Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church, our message was, the whole thing is, we always hear about us in the community, and you really can't get into the community until you get off of that campus block and get out there and give and serve and be a part of it. And our guys have done that and are continuing to do that. And we got to the point where it's us. It is the community. And Datcher's his message was really, really strong about the 3 guys that stood up and they would not worship the false idols. I'm talking about the golden idols. And the emperor threw them in the fiery flames. And when he threw 3 in there, he was freaking out because he opened it up and there was 4 people. Well, the 4th person, I think we all know, the Lord and Savior himself. And so I don't know how he felt, but I know how I would have felt if I'd have thrown some guys in the fire, look up, and there's somebody in there not that I wasn't counting on. So yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful service. Our guys got a lot out of it. 9 guys committed, and I tell you what, it was a recharge that we needed. And as we were saying all week, recalibrate and get on to where we're going to go.
So, Coach, I know I've heard you say this before, but why is it so important to you that you do all those things other than football with these young men?
Well, if you're going to build great men, build them right. I mean, it's anybody that is self-serving or pulls into themselves or self-absorbed. I think we got enough of that in our society. With all the Twitter and the social feeds and look at me and what I am and all that. I just think whenever you give and you serve, you get so much more back in return. And it really gives you a different lens to look through when you go and do service. You see people in situations not as good as yours, and it just makes you feel better as a human being. It just makes you feel better. So our guys they really get into that. I get into that. That's why I do this. I mean, we want to build great young men. The football part takes care of itself, and I think you're going to start to see those dividends here in the next few weeks. And over the course of the season, our guys are really growing up. And when you do those things, football part should be a lot easier. So playing a team without 80 scholarships, it will help us, I think.
Okay, and all the fans out there listening and here tonight, there's a lot of great ways that you can help support the Texas Wesleyan Rams. You can head to ramsports.net to learn more. You can be here for Coach Joe's show and happy hour on the Wednesdays of the road games. You can also go to ramsports.net and join the Ram Club today. The Ram Club's mission is to raise money so that your student athletes can be champions on the field, in the classroom, and most importantly in life. Again, ramsports.net. And again, the Rams have a long road season before they come home, so we'll be back here next Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. here at Texas Day Brazil in downtown Fort Worth, proud supporters of the Texas Wesleyan football program. Coach, I hear you also talk about this all the time, but how important is it to you that this great town, Fort Worth, get behind the Rams, whether you went to Texas Wesleyan or not?
I didn't go to Texas Wesleyan, so but no, I think it's real important to have a different option in small college football that is of quality. And first year, let's be honest, the first year it wasn't quality. It was tough, but we want to be part. We really want to build something that everybody's proud of. So that TCU is great. There's no question. TCU's got a great program, but this is the 17th largest city in the country. So you should be able to support more than one team. Not everybody can pay whatever you pay to go to TCU games. I tried once and couldn't do it. I mean, doing just on my budget. So we want to be something that people are proud of. I think it's a lot more organic what we do. That we are really have a lot of kids from Fort Worth on our team, from the area on our team. A lot more local kids on our team. But yeah, we want anybody that wants to come to our games to come. If it's a boys and girls club, if it's any youth group, if it's the churches want to bring them. We want to be there. We got the junior ROTCs coming to our first game from Fort Worth ISD, and they were like, "Coach, we really appreciate that because it's really hard to get our guys somewhere and our ladies to go somewhere." But no, it's important to me to represent Fort Worth. And if Dallas people want to come, I think that's fantastic too. But it's a Fort Worth Dallas team, and we want that to be something people are proud of.
So, for all of you out there listening, if you love football and if you love the idea of helping some very fine young men, we invite you to get behind the Rams. Go to ramsports.net for more information. We want to thank all of the fans for turning out for tonight's show, and especially let's give a big hand to our fearless leader, Coach Joe. Again, fans, kickoff is set for 9 p.m. Saturday night. Ramsports.net is where you'll be able to live stream the game. And again, be sure to join us next Wednesday, September 25th, 5 p.m., right here at Texas Day Brazil in downtown Fort Worth for the next edition of the Coach Joe Show and Happy Hour.
Best steakhouse in Fort Worth.
All right. Well, safe travels to you, Coach.
Thank you.